And then the thing that pissed me off about Little Rod the most is the dude said he knew what was going on, but he was just faking the funk to get his money. And if you're not familiar with the term faking the funk, meaning he was acting like he was with the program just so he could get his money. That's crazy to me. That is completely crazy to me. You will sit there and fake like you enjoying this for money? As talented as you are, and all these musicians and artists out here that you could work with outside of Diddy, that you will get on TV and say you was faking the funk, acting like you enjoyed it, and you wake up with no recollection, but this nigga's in the bed with you and your booty is sore? What? For money? That was an ill ass statement. He was faking the funk. Wow. And then you got Aubrey O'Day in there. And she tells this story about how a girl reached out to her and said that she was in the studio. She walked in the room and allegedly seeing Diddy and one of his bodyguards, I think, a big light-skinned nigga. You wonder who that was, right? Saying they was running the train on him, right? And saying Diddy was hitting it from the back, and she was giving the big light-skinned dude oral. And Aubrey says that she has no recollection of that. She don't remember that, right? But in the time of roofies and spiked drinks, right? This is all alleged, and Aubrey said, this is alleged, and she don't remember it. But the girl, and she never came forth with this because she don't know if the girl is lying or telling the truth because she don't remember it. And she said that she did go to one of the dudes that was working at Bad Boy at the time and telling him the story, this, that, and the third, right? Once again, even with that, could that have happened? Possibly. When we dealing with people that's playing with drugs and spiking drinks and knowingly doing that type of activity, could she have been high out her mind and did it and didn't realize it? It's possible. But is it a fact? Nope. Why did they tell the story? to put, you know, another black eye on Diddy, right? And like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say if it's true or not, because I don't know. I wasn't there. And I'm not going to say that it can't be no truth to it, because it could be, and it could be a lie. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And if she don't know, I damn sure don't know. So I'm not the judge. Same thing with Capricorn Clark. She in the joint talking about how Diddy kidnapped her and took her to Kid Cudi house, and he had a gun and went up in this nigga house with a gun. And even with that, right? Him kidnapping her might be a little stretch, right? Now, she may not have wanted to go, you know, but and I can see Diddy like, yo, you knew Cassie was with this Kid Cudi nigga, you was hanging out with him and you didn't tell me? Take me to that nigga house. Take me over there. But for her to make it look like Diddy kidnapped her, tied her up, threw her in the trunk type of kidnapping, that I don't believe. Him forcing her to go with him, I could believe that. But for her to use the word, yo, he kidnapped me, that and then you stay working with the nigga, and you didn't quit, you kept your job, this, that, no, but he kidnapped you. See, stuff like that, I can't jack that type of story. Did he force you to go? I can believe that. Did you not want to go? Yeah, I could believe that too. 100% I could believe you didn't want to go and be a part of that. But saying that he kidnapped you, no. And this is why the jurors, they in the documentary, and they say the same thing. With Capricorn Clark saying that Diddy kidnapped her, how they couldn't convict him on that, because that's a stretch. You worked for the man prior to that, and you continue working with him after that. You sneaking around with Cassie, knowing that she's cheating on this nigga. You hanging out with Kid Cudi with her, and this, that, and other. And Diddy finds out she's cheating, and he finds out that you knew about it, and tell you, yo, take me over there, or we going to that nigga house. Now he kidnapped you. No, he didn't kidnap you. He forced you to go. You know, now, had he dragged you out the house or handcuffed you and threw you in the trunk and kidnapped? If he like, yo, you going with me and you go with him, I can't call that kidnap, because you stayed with him plenty after that. And that's what the jurors were saying in the doc. You can't. This is why they said they didn't convict Diddy on the coercion and the RICO and the sex trafficking, because you cannot complain and stay. You enjoyed the lifestyle and didn't leave, which was a problem for the jury. And had they called the police on many incidents or quit the job, then he wouldn't have been found not guilty. He would have been guilty. But most of these people complained and stayed. They enjoyed the lifestyle and they didn't leave.